Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. I know last week we talked about the Hermit card, and I wanted to bring it back again as I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do last week. New Year, who was I fooling? I should have known better that I probably wouldn't have been back on, but hey, here we are. And I'm glad this happened like this because I really want to talk about this, especially with the new moon that we had yesterday in Capricorn. So, the Hermit. The Hermit card is about, getting out by yourself alone, grounding yourself, and shining your own light. And what I really want to really emphasize here is this is about listening to your own guidance. It's about listening to your own knowledge, using your sense, using logic, your logic, what is logical for you, what is emotionally right for you, what is spiritually right for you, all of this. And sometimes we have to cut ourselves off from the outside world in order to do that. So, this past week, with the holidays and New Year, and as most of you know, my New Year is Samhain. I go by that older time, but for the calendar New Year, it is January the 1st. And there's a lot to be said with that because this is definitely not the time to strike out and do that because we are still in the dark half of the year. We're still going inward. We're not done with that yet. And this is why I wanted to, and I'm glad this worked out the way that it did, because the Hermit card can get carried on past that new year where everybody's like, make your resolutions, do this, do that. Well, to me, resolutions is one of those things that is just a wasted type um, thing we do every year. Most people do not stick to it. Instead, what is best to do is to write down the changes that we want to make and take this time as the dark half of the year to look back and see what hasn't been working for us, see where we have been, and see what we have been investing in, and seeing how that is, if it's being productive for us or not. Now, this is also excellent because of Venus being retrograde in Capricorn. And this is wanting stability. Capricorn is all about setting a very strong foundation. And as we're seeing in our world, there's many things that do not have that strong foundation. Things change. And does that make them bad? Well, not necessarily. That's what we're supposed to do here is change and to grow. That's what we want to do. We don't want stagnant energy. We don't go anywhere. We don't learn. We begin to shut down. Therefore, we go backwards, right? So here we are, moving forward into our future, shining our own light. And this means making the decisions in our life that is best for us, investing in people and in things that actually are good for us. Many of us waste our time and waste our money on things. And that's one thing that, I'm looking at. I always try to help people and I try to be there for people and I try to, give my gift where I can. But many times people kind of take that for granted, and that's just how it's going to be. People can only understand and accept things from the level that they are, and that's okay. That's neither good nor bad. It is what it is, what it is. So what we have to do is we have to focus on What is going to be beneficial for us? What should we invest in? Using our own knowledge, using our own sense of right, wrong, good, bad, our perception, and not listening to the outside world of what we should do, what we shouldn't do. There's too many things in this world that really tries to control us. And it is only when we step away from those things and get by ourselves and free ourselves from that, that we truly, truly see how that manipulation happens. We have different style magazines. We have different society things that says how we should look, how we shouldn't look, how we should respond, how we shouldn't respond. How about we just understand that we're all human and understand that, we need to have compassion for others, because just as we go through things, others go through things as well. What we don't value, we do not treat properly. I'm going to say that again. What we do not value, we do not treat properly, meaning we do not respect it. We do not take care of it. We do not want to preserve it. And in our world, we can see where this has been lost. Reverence for life, compassion, all of these things seem to have just vanished. And we need to get back to our core, to who we are, to our own essence. We need to connect our heart to our mind. This heart and brain coherence is really important. And we must not leave out our soul. So I'm going to end with that about where you're investing yourself. You really need to look at that. With Venus retrograde in Capricorn, this is really setting us up in order to make the changes that need to be changed in our life, so that we don't have to keep on hearing about all of these things, these terrible things that are happening in our world. If we want them to change, then we first must begin with ourself. And then we start with ourselves, we start respecting ourselves, we start taking care of ourselves, we start investing in ourselves, and then we move outward. We go to the next level. We learn reverence again, reverence for all life, compassion for all life. We cannot judge people because we do not walk in their shoes. We must have compassion. We must remember that we are all here together. And we need to stop falling prey to all of the manipulation that goes on in our world, and to listen and follow our own light, our own common sense, our own heart. And that's going to take us cutting ourselves off, unplugging. So I wish you all a wonderful day and a wonderful week. I wish you all many blessings, much love to you all, and I will see you next time. Merry part until we merry meet again.